Yes, I am wearing a pink bandana. One of my clients gave it to me, okay? And I kind of like it.
Gotta catch 'em all.
First things first, shout out to Iceman. Iceman's been with me for a long time, man. He's been subbed to me for a long time. He always comments on my videos, so shout out to Iceman. And we actually had a really good game during my last live stream. So I told him I'd show it, and he wanted me to tell him how he can improve this deck. So we're gonna watch the battle. I'm gonna talk about his deck, and then we'll go from there. So he is rocking the triple Altaria. Now, what's scarier than seeing the triple Swablu, seeing triple Altaria? These things buff each other for plus 60. So it's either hitting for 130 or 180. These things are. And I think they're all level 5. They might be 10 as well. No, they're all level 5. And then he's also rocking Electrode and 3 Voltorb. So like immediately when I saw this deck, I was like, oh man. And yeah, they're all level 5 actually. So what Voltorb does, if you guys don't know, he's got the explosion that all neighboring mons, so everything adjacent to the Voltorb, are knocked out. And then the Shock Blast, if you hit for 101 or higher, you're knocked out. So when I saw this deck, it's a scary deck. But I think depending on how you play this deck, you can play this deck offensively or you can play it defensively if you're the one with this deck. But let's take a look at my deck. Now, in the last video, we got to see Rotom and the Rotom Frost and the Refrigerator. So I built 2 decks. Now here's the other deck regarding the Rotom and the Rotom Frost. Now the other deck is all about cheesing, getting the rush deck, cheesing, swapping. It's the funnest one, it's the coolest one. But this one is a more, the goal here is to make everything ice, have Frost on the board, so everything next to my Ice Mons are -1 MP, and I'm using both Articunos to maneuver through the field just because of their ability to soar past any Mon that doesn't have soar. So that's kind of the strategy behind this deck. Cripple everything to about 1 MP, or these guys would have 2 MP while Articuno just goes through the board. Let's see, he's got double chances, Poke Switch, Scoop Up. Oh, he's got 2 Scoop Ups. Okay, I didn't even really notice the plates. Yes, he doesn't have Max Revive, doesn't have Gold Block. He's got the Scoops, Switches, and the double chances, while I'm rocking the Sharp Beak, Never Melt Ice, Refrigerator, which these 2 plates come into play very heavily in this match. Now, typically, I run these 2 to buff each of my Coco, or not my Cocos, my Articuno. But because of this deck, I know these guys hit for 130 and 180. Well, if you look at my Articuno, that's chained, or that's carbonated all the way to 10, chained to 10. It's not chained to 10, carbonated. It's level 10. I also hit for 130 and 180. So this is a key Articuno in this match. But anyway, enough of me jabbering. Let's go ahead and watch the match. I'll try and call it play by play because I don't remember much. But essentially, what I want to do here is I just want to open up with the basic Shuppet Wall. My Curum's in the center of the field or the board, while Rotom is going to act as the Shuppet. So we're kind of just setting up here. Hold on, we need to look at the Electro because I totally forgot the Electro does. Okay, it's just Shockwave. Okay, so I'm either paralyzed or the same thing. If my attack is 101 or more, then I am knocked out. Alright, let's continue to watch. So he's just setting up, he's playing defensive, and like I said, I'm already starting to kind of gain traction, and he attacks me. Look at that, just 130, man. -160 or plus, or -60 or plus 60. It's just, I think that was my, yeah, that wasn't my good one too. I'm saving my good one. And I made the conscious decision. I was like, okay, I have to buff up just this Articuno, just to match them. Ooh, and he gets the Perish Song, and I was like, okay, this is actually good because he's also can be banished as well, and I'm pretty sure I attack here. I think I DC an attacker, and I think I get the Roost again. Yeah. See, my Articuno has a good... I can survive here. I think Articuno has a really good matchup against these Alteria's. He's immediately gonna pull the switch, and I don't want to get explode. He pulled the Voltorb, which was a good move, but I didn't see. My Articuno, I was like, I am out of there. I don't want him to hit explosion. I do not want to get banished. Don't want to get banished. And I was so happy I hit the Ice Charge here. I was so happy I got the Ice Charge here. But now I was playing. I think I played a little defensive when I got the Ice Charge because I wanted to wait. I should have done it right there. I don't know why. Well, I just wanted to be in a really, really good position to have him. I wanted to at least freeze 2 Mons at the same time, but I also wanted a Mon that was next to my Kyurem because if there's Mon 2 steps away from the Kyurem, they can't untag him. I definitely should have just max revived and put up my Kyurem is what I should have done. But I mean, this gets rid of him. This gets rid of him. I think, yeah, I definitely should have put Kyurem right there, and he wouldn't have been able to untag him. But I don't know about this play, Iceman. He's going for the explosion, and he gets it, but he also sacks his own Mons as well. He sacks his Electrode, so I don't know if I necessarily agree with that play. So now I'm in a really good position with that Articuno, because now I can freeze. And it's okay, because I got the Ice Beam. Now this Altaria is completely neutralized. Well, actually, no. He should have... Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that was a good play. That was a good play. So misplays on my end right there, I believe. Because the only thing that's really in threat on his team is the Voltorb, because it's next to my Kyurem. Do I freeze her? I think I do freeze her, do I think? Because if I do freeze her and he moves up his Voltorb, it's going to allow me to... Oh, yeah, that's what it was. I soar and then I freeze. Makes him waste his last scoop up. And then I believe I freeze the Voltorb here. Yeah, I freeze the Voltorb here, and there's nothing Iceman can do. He cannot untag him because the Kyurem is 2 steps away, but Iceman did remember, or forgot that, and he tried to untag him there. And he gets the Perish Song again. Now, now we're both. Oh, well, I was already had the marker on her, but wait, that Altair already did have the marker, I believe. Now both of them will have the marker. So now this is interesting. Both my Articunos have the marker. Both his Altairs have the marker. Now I know I could have surrounded the Voltorb, but I don't know why I didn't. Feels bad there. I remember this, and then I'm pretty sure I DC. I have to DC with my good Articuno, which I don't want to do. Oh no, I did it with my bad Articuno. Fortunate roll there. I'm pretty sure I attack with Frost, and I think I get the freeze. I think I get the Blizzard here. Yep, and I get the Blizzard. Dude, the ice decks are just so fun. There's, like, what can you do when you're frozen? There's not much you can do. Oh yeah, I was really upset with this roll. Oh yeah, because I get banished. That was my good Articuno. I was so mad. But the reason why I did not take the entry point is because I did not want him untagging his Voltorb. So that's why I stayed with the Articuno and I tagged. Risky move, I know. I was trying to get the Ice Charge and then to freeze them both on the entry point, but it didn't work out in my favor. And right now, my Altaria is actually holding its own. Ooh, I see the mistake right there. He definitely should have untagged. He should have untagged the Voltorb, but I attack here, and I'm hoping to get the fly, and I get the fly, and I was so happy. Iceman's, yeah, so then we get to banish this one. I think Iceman definitely should have untagged the Voltorb, but maybe he didn't think he could have just because he wasn't able to before. I'm not sure, but and now everything's negative 1 MP, but he's got 2 frozen mons. It's pretty much he's in a bad position here now. And that's how it ends. Ends with 3 mons on the board that are frozen. And I just have to say, man, these ice decks are just super fun. Alright, no, stop. We're going to stop there. Hopefully it allows me to look at the deck. Okay, it doesn't allow me to look at the deck. Let's talk about his deck real quick. Triple Altaria and the double Voltorb and the Electrode. Some things that I see with this deck. It's lacking mobility. You don't have any mons that can soar or go through other mons. So, like I said, there's 2 ways you can play the deck that you had. You can play super offensive, which I think you should, because you have the Suiciders. You have the double chances and the scoop ups. You have the Altairs that are buff 60, man. I think the way he played was very defensive. And I don't know much about your playstyle, but I'm thinking that you're playing defensive in the sense of you're waiting for your opponent to make a mistake and then capitalize it. Like if you would have taken one of my mons out with your Altaria, you would have been able to push up the board. But I think you're being super defensive, and I think you kind of have to when the opponent has mons that have more mobility. Like I had 3 mons I could just go through. Also, what I see lacking on the deck is lack of gold figures, and you don't have an X speed. So if you are playing a deck with heavy gold or heavy purple, which I think heavy purple with 2 or 3 star purples heavily hinders this team. And I'm also seeing a figure of displacement. Like you don't have a Solgaleo, a Nala, or Stuffle. I think you need those Pokemon, especially when you're going to be playing up against rush decks. You need mons that are going to be able to displace them or send them straight to the PC. Even Combuskin. Combuskin wrecks that team. Blaziken wrecks that team, but we all know the Blaziken rolls a miss. But so yeah, those are just a couple things that I saw with the deck. I think you can definitely benefit from Zap Coco. Zap Coco, like you have the Altarias and they all buff each other, but other mons can benefit from them as well, such as Zapdos. I think Zap Coco should be a staple with a triple Altaria, and then maybe Combuskin, Lunala, Solgaleo, something that can displace figures. But yeah, that was a good game to Iceman. Like I said, huge shout out to Iceman. I don't know how many times we played each other. I think that might have been the first, maybe another time, but he's been with me for a long time. So shout out to you, always supporting me, and I really do appreciate it. We have some boosters open, so let's open up these boosters, and then I need to finish the Queen's Cup. I think we have about 6 hours until it's over, and I'm at, I think, 1100 or 11,000. So we need quite a bit more, guys. All right, let's open up these purples. So Luigi pulled Manaphy the other day, and I'm hoping to pull one because I need a Manaphy, man. I really want a Manaphy. Okay. Poliwhirl. Alright guys, I'm feeling it. This is it. The gold. Here we go. Ah, okay. So we get nothing. Well, we have one more thing to do. These dailies. See if I get anything good. And then we're going to cut it there, guys. We're going to cut it there. You will definitely see me on stream on Wednesday. The Rock, I think it's $300,000. Ooh, gems, nice. And we'll play some Pokemon Duel. We'll play some Pokemon Duel for about an hour and a half. HQ it up, try and win some big money, and we'll play some more. But yep, that's it for today, guys. Peace.